Do you think this exercise will strengthen your pelvic floor? Unfortunately, the answer is no. While this exercise is really great for strengthening your buttock muscles, it won't strengthen your pelvic floor and it'll just really waste your time if that's why you're doing it. Now today, I'm going to guide you step by step through Kegel exercises that won't waste your time and will strengthen your pelvic floor. This guide is suitable for you if you're a beginner starting out or if you're a little unsure about doing your Kegels. Now today we're going to cover the best Kegels position to start with, and then we'll go through how to do your Kegels step by step. We'll take a look at how many Kegels to start with and also how long you need to wait for results. So when you're starting out, the best position for doing your Kegels is the one that you can really feel your exercises. It's often really quite hard to feel your Kegels, so getting yourself in the right position can really help you when you're starting out. So you might like to try your exercises in any of the following positions and see which one works best for you. So you can try perhaps kneeling on all fours, lying prone on your tummy, lying on your back, on your side with a pillow between your knees, or sitting, which is the position we're going to start with today. Now let's get started with your exercises. Your pelvic floor muscles are here, between your legs, where you sit. Now looking at the same view on this model, you can see how the pelvic floor muscles wrap around the three openings in your pelvic floor. You can see them here at the front, around the urethra and the vagina, and you can also see them here circling around the anus at the back. We're going to be exercising all these muscles together now. Now, here are the 3 steps for doing your Kegel exercises correctly. I'll guide you carefully through each step and then we'll put all the 3 steps together. I want you to start by moving forward away from the back of the chair that you're sitting on now. I'd like you to lift your chest and keep the inward curve in your lower back like this. So you're sitting tall here, your chest is lifted like this, and you have an inward curve in your lower back. Now here's the first step. Try to tighten your anus like this, as if you're stopping gas from passing. You should feel your anus tighten, but your buttocks should stay relaxed. So try that now. Try to tighten the anus, squeeze shut. But if you notice that you're moving up and down like this, you're using your buttocks, and that's not the right thing to do. Try to keep them relaxed, because that can make you actually think that you're doing the exercise when you're not. Now try again, tighten your anus and try to lift it inwards as if you're lifting it upwards towards your navel, as well as squeezing it shut. You should feel a squeezing and lifting sensation around your anus. Now relax around that area and back to resting. How did you go with that? Hopefully you could feel a tightening sensation, and this is part of your Kegel exercise. Now step 2 can be a little tricky, so I need you to listen really carefully. I want you to tighten and squeeze the entrance to your vagina as if you're closing it shut. All right, let's try that. Try to tighten around the vagina, but also try to lift it inwards as if there's a string drawing up from the top of your vagina up inside towards your navel. Okay, so see if you can draw that up and in, and you might feel your anus tighten and your lower belly tighten too. That's exactly what you want to happen. Now relax back down to resting. So if you're having trouble feeling this exercise, try rolling up a hand towel and sitting on it like this. This can make it much easier to feel your Kegel exercises. Now step 3, here's your final step, so stay with me, we're nearly there. This time, try to tighten, or imagine you're tightening the area in front of your vagina where your urine comes out. Imagine that you're stopping or slowing the flow of urine. Can you tighten this area? This can be a little difficult to feel, especially at first. You might also feel your anus and vagina tightening too, and if you can, that's great. Now relax back down to resting, take a nice deep breath in and out. And now let's combine all 3 steps together. This is a correct Kegel exercise. Start by sitting tall, breathe normally. Now tighten your anus and vagina and lift them both inwards and upwards inside towards your navel. Now at the same time, try to squeeze as if you're stopping the flow of urine at the front. Do these actions all together, all at the same time, and now relax back down to resting. Take a deep breath in and out. How did you go with that Kegel exercise? Could you feel your pelvic floor muscles contracting? If you're a beginner, try not to be too hard on yourself because Kegels can be really hard to feel, especially when you're starting out. But once you can feel the muscle tightening, you'll be well on your way to strengthening your pelvic floor. Let me know below if you have any questions about how to feel these exercises. I'd really like to know. Now, how can you know if you're doing this exercise correctly when you're starting out? Well, there's a couple of ways, and these are quick, easy ways you can try at home. You can try to stop or slow the flow of urine, but just do this once a week and just as a test, not as a regular exercise. You can also test some of these muscles by tightening to stop passing gas when you feel the urge to pass gas. The video linked above helps you to feel your Kegels, so you may like to watch that exercise too if you're still unsure about how to do your Kegel exercises technique. How many Kegels should you start out with? Well, when you're starting, start the first couple of days just doing 1 or 2 gentle Kegel exercises in a row and really try to focus getting your technique correct. This is the most important thing you can do at first. Then, as your technique improves, you might be able to do a few more Kegels and you might be able to hold those exercises for a little bit longer if you can. Try not to worry about doing strong exercises just yet. Technique is far more important. You may like to subscribe below to catch my Kegel strength training video that's coming up in the next few weeks. Now, if you can do 2 Kegel exercises in a row for 3 seconds, that's the number of exercises you start with. 2 exercises in a row and holding each exercise for 3 seconds. Try to repeat this routine 3 times a day. Ultimately, you're working towards doing your Kegels following this recipe. 8 to 10 exercises, up to 10 seconds for each exercise, and resting for about 6 to 10 seconds between each exercise. And you try to do that exercise routine 2 to 3 times a day on most days of the week. Now, some women will notice improvements within the first couple of weeks of starting their exercises, while other women will find it can take 5 to 6 months to actually get full strength gains, particularly if starting out with weak pelvic floor muscles. Thank you for watching today. I really hope this guide helps you get started and feel a lot more confident about doing your Kegel exercises. Now, don't forget to give this video the thumbs up below if you found it helpful and subscribe for my upcoming Kegel strength training video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.